YouTube. What's going on, man? It's your boy Benji, and we are back on TV. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on social media platforms. Love to have discourse and chat it up with y'all on social media. Patreon has released too, so if you want to subscribe and support, please check that out. We're trying to grow a community over there. Full movie reactions and WWE. But we got to get into it, man. The girlies, they getting after it. Don't know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the big three right now. I mean, honestly, they all are getting after it, man, and that's good. I think we got a potentially main event. You know what I'm saying? Potentially some main event talk. When we're talking about the women right now. Look, they fighting hard, man, to try to get them some main event time, and I think we they've got some of the most compelling stories right now. Honestly, at this point, the Cena heel turn and Cody Rhodes that started to go under the bush for me. Those two promos with Cody Rhodes, I don't care too much anymore. Maybe Cena will come and save the day when they have a front to face to face confrontation. We get to see Cena come out to possibly a new intro song, or maybe with a new uniform. We get to see the build a little bit more. Until then, brother, I think I'm good on that. Jey Uso and Gunther, I think all of us no longer care anymore. I mean, it is what it is. But what am I talking about? Bianca Belair, she's in the midst of it all right now. She's going through real life stuff right now. And Rhea Ripley just throwing stuff in her face. And the Io Sky slapping her so hard, she knocked tears off her jacket. And this jacket right here she's talking about, full of tears. Hey, this is exactly why I be talking about. Everything is purposeful. Everything is purposeful. We got Big Keish talking about his side of things.
And took a photo. It was three girls that it was just so close. I felt the love between them. I felt just they ribbing each other, just laughing and so. So it was like that nice little family time together, man. And when I seen what happened, man, I really was very shocked to see number one, her going into actually trying to end my daughter-in-law's career. Friends, they're gonna fight, they're gonna argue here and there, but to showcase that type of violence on national TV to a person who was your good friend, who was damn near like family to me, how I felt with Jade. I love Jade, and when that happened, my first thought was for my daughter-in-law's health, and so I'm very disappointed. I'm hurt. I'm sad to see these three here. You know, something is not right. Obviously, no friend just out of the blues just tend to want to take somebody out like that, like a ending career type of violence. And so, I got to get to the bottom of this. I would love. I'm sure all the fans around the world would love to understand what has happened. There's so much speculation that Bianca set up this, or Trinity maybe did this, or whatever the case it may be. But at the end of the day, these girls should have talked it out first. Like, if she felt that way about my daughter-in-law, it would have been nice to, like, hey, if you were there at the arena, you know what I mean? Like, hey, blah blah blah. Like, what happened? Is this true, or this? I'm sure they could have talked this out, way before. They were all talking, to be able to check up on each other. So why didn't that come up? And so, but I'll tell you, the one thing I know about Trin's been through a lot. She's not a rookie in the game, and you can rest assured, if she's a part of this family here, 100%, we backing her up.
Ooh.
100%. The
Ooh.
wrong thing that Jade has done was put her hands on my daughter-in-law. That right there, my respect as far as for Jade, until I hear further of explanation of why did this even go that far. then I can possibly forgive her. Maybe. But for the time being, you tried to take out one of my kids, my daughter-in-law.
Do you think there's a...
But this one here, with Trinity, it hit me harder than the John Cena thing.
Hey, all I'm saying is Jay better watch out, man. Naomi got the backing of the bloodline. This can get bad. Naomi locked in. Forget about that. But Jade has some things to say about that. I don't go there. Rikishi. Your daughter was dead wrong. And she's going to get everything coming to her BA. And the two girls went at it. Naomi responded, I might have been dead wrong, but you were almost dead. Don't ever tweet my pops again. Jay responded, too bad you didn't finish the job. Remember this when I'm stomping your ass out again. F you and him. Oh my gosh. And then Naomi and so Bianca talk about some C. And then she just dropped the joint, the new profile picture. Oh my gosh. Somebody in the comments said, I wonder if Jay and Naomi have pictures of them saved. And Naomi says, I'm still trying to figure out how I became the sixth toe in the friend group when I was friends with both of them first. I brought this together, the Ungratefuls. And then Jade changes her profile pic to her standing over Naomi. And Naomi responds, when my neck is healed, I'm going to send your jack big back raggedy A back to where you came from. Jade says, don't run next time. Look at Naomi talking about somebody should be in both lenses. Just saying. So she's trying to dismiss what's going on between her and Jade. She's saying, Bianca, you ain't got your eyes focused, man. The problem is you considering Jade to be your friend. At the end of the day, she was never here for you to be a friend. And the two girls continue to go at it. Jade Cargo the other day posted after her return, I am that B word. And Trinity, or Naomi Fatu, responded, you are a B word. The girls is fighting. So, of course, Naomi's been caught up in the middle of all this. Rikishi's been caught up in the middle of this now. And now Bianca doesn't know what to do because she's got ties to this whilst still trying to fight her own fights and her own battles for the championship. And Rhea Ripley has voiced her opinion on Bianca. Talking about you've got caught up in your emotions, acting like you're the only one who's ever got to go through real life stuff. Emotions being the reasons I continually lash out also. But no one cares about emotions when it's mine. No one understands the constant ongoing war that's going on between my head. Double standards. Rhea, it is not double standards. Unfortunately, the things that you've done have been completely driven by self. Like, forever. There's never been for the better good kind of thing. It's completely been driven for own selfish gaining. Like, unfortunately, that's why we kind of don't agree. But it seems as if most of the internet has agreed with Rhea's decision making, even when y'all were worried about when she was coming back after Liv. Guys, let's not forget, she was one that injured Liv. Bianca talked about it too. Said the difference between you and I is that I used to be over here minding my business. It's like you all want me to crash out. And Rhea said, just mind your business, doing your job would have meant you patiently sitting backstage and waiting to see who your WrestleMania opponent would be. After that, then you could have gotten your TV time and confront them. But you know how much that match meant to me. You still did what you wanted. I guess you are a really bad friend or a selfish B. They're throwing that B word around left and right. A bad friend, well, I'm just trying to be nice. But you keep going, okay, I was out there because I won the Elimination Chamber. Why were you out there on Monday? Hey, very valid point. Crickets. Because I thought an Elimination Chamber winner or a champion said something. Why am I arguing with you? Io Sky, please sue me so I can at least argue with the champ. And at the end of the day, as petty as it may be, valid. Rhea, unfortunately, sister, you lost yourself the match. You crashing out on everybody is the reason that you in the position that you are in today. You are the reason that you ain't got no friends. You are the reason that you ain't got no Judgment Day. You the reason that Priest was your only friend. And when Priest got shipped out to do different things, you out here dolo. And you ain't got nobody to have your back. And that's the only person that you can blame is yourself. You broke apart the tag team that you had with Raquel. You were the reason that you and Dom fell out. I mean, we see how you treated him. versus we see how Liv is uplifting this guy. You're mad because I didn't clap for you. You're mad because I clapped for EO too. That doesn't sound crazy to you. Exactly. And at the end of the day, I see it. And while we're starting to get a little bit of reasoning behind why Rhea is going to be tied to this storyline is because Rhea's selfish. And she's always been that. Charlotte Flair told us already. Rhea is childish too. She believes the world revolves around her. You were trying to be everybody's frame. Get you blamed for everything I see. Hope you feel your real life issues out. Look at Bianca posting. Remember when Tinkerbell nearly died of lack of attention? I understand her now. In the midst of this, Liv Morgan over there tweeted talking about some, before you go, can I get my apology? And Io Sky posted, Dimmer friends, put down the phone in your hand. I don't want to slap you guys anymore. Bianca and Rhea. And Rhea replied, sorry. And Naomi had to let her know, hey, you might have to give her a slap one more time so she can come to sense about me. And it's good to see that they all now starting to get their own path. And I think that this is going to be able to cook. I think we got a lot of time to see this develop into something. These two wars, I'm interested to see what's going to go on here. I don't know if this thing is initially going to be a triple threat match. I think we might see something like a Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley match at SummerSlam. You know what I mean? I think that'd be interesting. Because I think in some sense, someone's going to cost Bianca a match for the championship. It is interesting, though, that like all of the women's War Games members are now actually beefing, which, interestingly enough, I would have made this, I think, have a little bit more juice. To my belief, I think these feuds that we're seeing could have had a little more juice if it all made sense that the women were beefing in the War Games match like they should have been. So if a little bit of that ascension was captured at that time period, it would have made sense where we are today. Hey, so at this point, honestly, between these two matches, and I think the possible entailments of what can go on, if there's consistency with the women's division, I think we can really have some banger matches. Because again, like I said, sometimes logic never seems to work out with women's matches because everything falls left sooner or later. But I'm interested to see how this might all tie into one another. And we're going to find out on Friday. Everything's starting to cook up.